The new season of the Dragon Ball Super anime has been released, and in today's video, I will tell you all the information we have. The long-awaited return of the Dragon Ball Super anime is finally about to happen. After years of silence since the end of the series in 2018, fans can now celebrate. The anime is back with a new season and with news that promises to rekindle the passion of everyone who followed Goku and his friends until now. The news took many by surprise, especially because of the way the return will be structured. No, we will not go straight to the Moro saga, as many speculated. The new season will begin by adapting the events of the film Dragon Ball Super Broly, something that has very important implications for the future of the narrative. The choice to adapt the Broly saga before the Moro saga is more than just a chronological decision. It is strategic. Since the release of the movie in 2018, Broly has become one of the most popular characters in the franchise. His new look, his revamped story, and his overwhelming power won over old audiences and new fans who arrived later. However, the anime has never officially adapted his story. Therefore, starting with Broly is a way to consolidate his presence in the main series and pave the way for his participation in future sagas. Many fans believe that Toei Animation would jump straight to the Moro saga, the first major saga of the manga after the events of the Tournament of Power. And this idea made sense, since the manga has advanced a lot since then, introducing Moro, Granola, the return of Frieza in his new black form, and more recently, the imminent confrontation with other universes. But ignoring Broly would be a mistake. After all, he is already involved in later events and is training alongside Goku, briefly shown in the superhero movie, is part of an ongoing development. Another factor that reinforces the importance of adapting Dragon Ball Super Broly into anime format is the possibility of expanding on details that the movie, due to its time constraints, had to condense. The relationship between Goku and Broly, Broly's trauma with his father, the still latent rivalry with Vegeta, and the role of Chilai and Limo can be explored in more depth, creating a greater emotional bond with the characters. The episodic adaptation will allow for new scenes, extended fights, and richer explanations of the legendary Saiyan's powers. In addition, adapting the movie serves to level the playing field between fans who only watch the anime and those who read the manga. Many casual viewers have not seen the films or do not understand them as an essential part of the timeline. By officially bringing Broly into the anime, Toei avoids future confusion when the character reappears in future sagas. The timeline aligns and the universe becomes more cohesive. It is important to remember that Dragon Ball Super Broly is not only a story of explosive action, but also a profound reinterpretation of classic elements of the franchise. Goku origin, the destruction of planet Vegeta, the new approach to Bardock, and the relationship between the Saiyans and Frieza have gained much more dramatic and meaningful contours. These aspects can be further developed in the anime, offering a new layer to the narrative and strengthening Dragon Ball's legacy as a story about destiny overcoming and warrior pride. Another highlight is the soundtrack. The Broly movie featured a striking song which gave its own identity to the fights and decisive moments. The question now is, will the anime maintain this sound identity or create new compositions? Music has always been a strong emotional pillar in Dragon Ball, and the return of the series could be the perfect opportunity to introduce iconic themes that will remain etched in the memory of fans for generations. While we await an exact release date, the first production confirmations already give us hope. Toei seems to be taking more care of the franchise since the success of Superhero, and everything indicates that this new season will be made with more planning. The mistakes of the past, such as the rushed production of the first episodes of Dragon Ball Super, can be avoided this time. The studio knows the importance of this return and the responsibility of honoring Akira Toriyama's legacy. It is also worth remembering that the return of the anime marks an emotional moment for all fans, especially after Akira Toriyama's death in 2024. The new anime will be the first major Dragon Ball project released after the departure of the creator of the work. Therefore, many believe that the team involved will put their whole heart into this work as a kind of tribute to the man who created this unforgettable universe. The emotion of seeing Goku and his friends on the screen again will not only be nostalgia, but a living tribute to Toriyama's work. And as expected, the hype is already starting to spread around the world. The return of Dragon Ball Super to anime represents more than just the continuation of a story. It represents the resilience of a franchise that has marked generations, that has survived time, changes in media, production challenges, and criticism. A series that, even after decades, still manages to thrill, surprise, and bring together millions of fans around a single cry, Kamehameha. With the Broly saga as the starting point, the path is open for the adaptation of the Moro saga, then Granola and beyond. And if all goes well, we will finally be able to see all these stories come to life in animation with great battles, cosmic revelations, and, of course, more epic transformations. Dragon Ball is back, and now it's official. Get ready because the new era of Dragon Ball Super has begun. With the confirmation of the new season of Dragon Ball Super, one thing is already clear to all fans. This time, the anime will be much bigger than the previous season. While the first phase of the series featured only 3 major original sagas, Universe 6 Tournament, Goku Black, and Tournament of Power, this new season will come in hot, bringing no less than 4 confirmed main sagas: Broly, Moro, Granola, and Superhero. And that's without counting the extra episodes and transitional sagas that will connect each arc, developing the characters in a much deeper way. This expansion in scope is a direct reflection of the franchise's evolution. The Dragon Ball universe has grown enormously since the end of the first season of Super, both in the manga and in the films. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Broly, Frieza, and even characters like Pan, Granola, and the Gammas have come to play a central role in plots involving gods, clones, alternate realities, new alien races, and even threats that challenge the very concept of time and space. Toei Animation knows this and is betting big on a much more robust season. The Broly saga, as already mentioned, will be the starting point. It will be retold with much more depth, new scenes, expanded combats, and greater emotional focus. We will see more of the destruction of planet Vegeta, more interactions between Goku and Vegeta's parents, and a Broly who will be gradually built as a character and not just as a brute force. Chilai and Limo should also get more screen time, something essential to justify the emotional connection that will lead Broly to be accepted by Goku in the future. After the Broly saga, we will go straight into the Moro saga, considered by many readers of the manga as one of the best Dragon Ball Super to date. The villain Moro is a magical and ancient being who escapes from the Galactic Patrol's prison and quickly becomes a universal threat. He not only consumes energy from entire planets, but also steals the ki of warriors, which makes him an extremely dangerous enemy. The presence of Maris, an angel in disguise, adds a new layer of complexity to the story, as does the deepening of Goku's abilities with Ultra Instinct. The adaptation of the Moro saga promises to be a visual spectacle. The fights are brutal, the settings range from intergalactic deserts to collapsing planets, and the final fight between Goku and Moro involves concepts such as the fusion of body and planet, as well as the true form of Ultra Instinct. This saga is also crucial in showing the evolution of Vegeta, who travels to Yardrat and learns new techniques including Force Spirit Separation, one of the most strategic skills ever seen in the franchise. This technical and emotional development will be more felt in the anime with the right amount of time to build it up on screen. Next will come the saga of Granola, the Survivor, which delves even deeper into the mythology of the Saiyans. Granola is the last survivor of the planet Cereal, destroyed by Frieza with the help of the warrior monkeys in the past. Using the Dragon Balls from his world, he wishes to become the strongest being in the universe, and his wish is granted with consequences. The saga is full of twists and turns, introducing the Heaters as manipulative villains and revealing shocking secrets about Bardock, Goku's father, who played a crucial role in saving Granola in the past. The adaptation of the Moro saga promises to be a visual spectacle. The fights are brutal, the settings range from intergalactic deserts to collapsing planets, and the final fight between Goku and Moro involves concepts such as the fusion of body and planet, as well as the true form of Ultra Instinct. This saga is also crucial in showing the evolution of Vegeta, who travels to Yardrat and learns new techniques including Force Spirit Separation, one of the most strategic skills ever seen in the franchise. This technical and emotional development will be more felt in the anime with the right amount of time to build it up on screen. Next will come the saga of Granola, the Survivor, which delves even deeper into the mythology of the Saiyans. Granola is the last survivor of the planet Cereal, destroyed by Frieza with the help of the warrior monkeys in the past. Using the Dragon Balls from his world, he wishes to become the strongest being in the universe, and his wish is granted with consequences. The saga is full of twists and turns, introducing the Heaters as manipulative villains and revealing shocking secrets about Bardock, Goku's father, who played a crucial role in saving Granola in the past. It is important to note that the adaptation of Superhero takes place after the Granola saga and already foreshadows events that have already been made into the manga. Therefore, this part of the anime may contain exclusive original content with direct supervision from the franchise's writers. This opens space for unprecedented transitions between sagas, episodes focused on secondary characters, side stories with Broly training with Goku, and even the first signs of the emergence of Frieza Black. Between each main saga, we can expect mini transition arcs such as training, galactic patrol missions, reunions between characters, and even the return of classic faces. These episodes are essential to build the atmosphere and deepen the relationships between the characters. Gohan with Pan, Vegeta with Trunks, Goku with Broly, Piccolo with Goten, and even Beerus and Whis with the new apprentices. All of this can and should be explored in a calmer and more detailed way. In total, this new season of Dragon Ball Super has the potential to exceed 100 episodes depending on how each saga is divided. Considering the studio's typical adaptation pace, each main saga can last between 20 and 30 episodes, and the extra episodes can fill in the gaps with relevant content. This means that we will have Dragon Ball on TV for at least 2 or 3 years in a row, something that hasn't happened since the days of Dragon Ball Z. The truth is that Dragon Ball has never been so alive. And now, with a new season that is much longer, much more ambitious, and emotionally charged, especially after the death of Akira Toriyama, each episode will be celebrated as part of a legacy that reinvents itself, but that never abandons its essence. The search for overcoming, for power, and above all, for the bonds that unite its characters and fans around the world. If the previous anime was a new era for the franchise, this new season will be the consolidation of Dragon Ball as a timeless work, capable of continuing to thrill generations, and best of all, we're just getting started. And of course, while we celebrate the triumphant return of the anime, we can't forget about the Dragon Ball Super manga, which is currently on hiatus. Even though it's on hiatus, it continues to be the main source for many of these stories, especially the sagas of Moro, Granola, and the most recent events involving Frieza Black. The expectation is that the manga will return in full force, perhaps further expanding this new universe that is being built, or even introducing a new saga after Superhero, possibly connected to the villain Frieza in his most powerful form yet. With the simultaneous return of the anime, and in the future, the manga, Dragon Ball Super enters a new golden age, with new stories and a future that is more promising than ever. The wait is finally over, and everything indicates that we are about to live one of the most exciting eras of the franchise. Get ready, because the Dragon Ball universe is about to explode with action, emotion, and discoveries that go far beyond anything we've seen so far. But comment on what you thought of all this, and don't forget to like. Thank you very much for all your support, and see you next time.